profitable on Amazon KDP, but you don't have the artistic ability to illustrate your own, don't worry, there's an easy way to create your very own in Canva. Hello and welcome to or back to Passive Income Templates. My name is Laura, and in this video, I'll show you how to create unique coloring books to sell on Amazon KDP. No art skills needed. We are kicking things off in my very favorite design program. I create all of my own covers and interiors with this software. It is linked in the description below for you if you are new to it. And you can create something like this, a beautiful patterned, intricate background with a piece of text over top that's just outlined and ready to color in. So how I came to find something like this, I think I searched for Holly pattern, and what actually came up, I clicked on this one, and as you can see, this is kind of a yellowy color. A lot of these are for Canva Pro, as is this one. This one costs $1.93 for a one-time use, or it's free for Canva Pro. So you will have to pay for a lot of these, or pay for access to a lot of these outlined images. But you may be able to find some free ones too. I'm just showing you what comes up. So here I found a really beautiful image of poinsettias. And what's great about this is that it creates a really beautiful, I'm just copying and pasting, a beautiful seamless tiling pattern. So what I can do is just select what I want, click and drag and copy and paste, and I have a much bigger pattern to fill the entire background of a page. Now, when it comes to creating an entire coloring book, what you're going to want to do is have a cohesive look. So there are two ways you can go about finding similar designs. Number one is to click on this info button and click see more like this, and it'll bring up some similar designs. Number two, this is actually where I found this example that I used here before. And the number two thing you can do is go to this info and then click view more by this designer, and it will bring up their specific catalog of work. As you can see, we've got some more of these square tiling patterns here. Let's just see what this one looks like. And I can just do the same as before, copy, paste, click and drag, and just arrange it until I have a beautiful background. And if you wanted to narrow down these search results even more, you can see that the info panel here will bring up a bunch of keywords that this designer has used to catalog their work. So the one that's catching my eye here is seamless. So we can plug that in right alongside their specific brand tag here on Canva. So if I type in seamless and then head over to graphics, you can see there's even more of these. They're a little bit hard to see on the screen here. It's dark against dark, but there's, I don't know if this is pine cones. There's, looks like this is an Easter one. That's Easter seamless. There's maybe orchids or something, and just tons and tons and tons of things that you could do to fill up an entire coloring book, however many pages you want to create. Now, when it comes to actually designing your own fonts, what I'm going to do is go with a sans serif font. So it's not going to be any kind of scripty calligraphy font. That might be a choice that you would like to make. I'm just going to go with a really nice and bold font so that can easily be colored in. I'm going to use this tool right here to make it all uppercase. And I'm going to pop over to effects, use the splice effect, and change this color to white. And as you can see, the splice has a little bit of a shadow to it. So I'm going to just take away the offset, drag it all the way down to 0, and just plug in my text. There's tons you can do here with arranging it however you like. I'm just going to leave it there for the sake of simplicity. And then, of course, you can change how thick or how thin you want this outline to be. I'm going to make this one a little bit thinner so that it kind of matches the background. These lines are quite nice and thin. And of course, there's so much more you can do on Canva. One thing to consider is you might want to do an arrangement where you have a coloring page and then a blank page and then coloring page and a blank page, just for the sake of avoiding bleed through, which might be more of a consideration for coloring books for kids, especially if they're using something like markers, something to keep in mind. And one more thing that I'll show you in Canva here is, of course, there are these beautiful floral background patterns that you can search for. You might also do really well searching for something like outline. So there's one that I know that's really cute is gnome outline. I'm going to go over to this graphics tab. They're a bit hard to see here, so I'm going to scroll till I find these white ones. And what's great about these is that there's these black and white outlines, there's these white and black drawings, and then I know that they're available from this designer, so I might have to use this little trick that I just showed with you. And let's go to this designer's profile and search gnome, and then the corresponding version of this gnome, wherever it is. I'm not going to take the time to find it right now, but this could potentially be used on the cover of your coloring book so that you have a really beautiful, cohesive interior and exterior. So that's one option. There's, like I said, tons and tons of things you can find. Most of them are for Canva Pro. You might be able to find some options that are free, but this is what we're working with right now as I'm on the free version of Canva Pro on one of my other accounts. Another one that's really cute is there's Wrapped Gift Doodle, I know is really adorable. Again, there's these colored versions. I did see a really nice black and white one not too long ago. Anyways, there's tons of options here. And then, of course, something like Christmas cookies outline. These ones are really sweet and they're really beautiful and cohesive, all of them together. They're like little Christmas cookies from the same designer of these gnomes, actually. And so this is the same sort of situation where there's these black and white, and then there's a white and black, and then there is the colored version. So let's see if we can find the corresponding version of this reindeer. You see reindeer cookies. Let's see if we can find reindeer. There's quite a few of them from this designer. As you can see, here is a white and black, or like a transparent one. Here's a white and black, and then here's the colored version of this cute little deer over here. Here's 3 versions of this little guy over here, plus a little outline. Oh, and here we are. Here's a version of this reindeer in color, and then there's another version here that's like a 3D coloring effect. So those are just some ideas when it comes to creating your coloring books and covers, making them really beautiful and cohesive. One more thing that I'll share is to, of course, go over to something like Creative Fabrica, and is great for looking up something like really intricate mandala. So you can go to coloring books for adults or coloring books for kids. There's tons and tons and tons of content here. And especially if you're using the free version of Canva, you are a little bit limited, as we saw, with options. So it might be advantageous for you to invest in pre-made coloring book pages. Here's some really beautiful coloring mandalas. Here's one that's like in a snow globe that's really cute. Here's one with like a deer and some Christmas bells. And this is basically what we created in Canva on our own. These inspirational quotes with a intricate floral background. So those are just some ideas. Something to keep in mind is that you might want to check out the entire body of work from a designer, because there are clearly a lot of people who have already made use of this specific bundle of coloring pages. So what you might want to do is head over to the designer's profile and see if there are pages that you can kind of mix and match, or potentially add your own fonts over top of, just to make it a little bit unique and differentiate yourself from the many, many, many other KDP creators who are making use of these done for you kind of resources. You definitely don't want yours to be the same as everybody else's, and you want yours to stand out. So that's something that I tend to do, is a lot of mixing and matching with the same designer, so that they have a beautiful, cohesive look to whatever book, whatever kind of low content book you are creating. So that's all I have for you today. I hope this makes it so much more simple for you to create your own coloring books in Canva, or using Creative Fabrica bundles and pages. So if you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more tips, templates, and tutorials for making passive income with print on demand. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see